How have you been, internet? I oh gosh, my stream schedule last week. What a joke, right? My schedule last week. Yeah, I so okay. So the good news, I might as well. Whoa, what's making noise? Apparently, I have what a joke, right? My stream open on my other monitor. Okay. Sorry, let me just shut that down because that's weird. Sorry about that. Um, okay. Uh, no, I was gonna say is no. The good news is that my schedule is gonna get normal now again, or like it'll get as normal as it ever does. Uh, and so then the other exciting news is that I mean, I guess this is more exciting for me than for you guys, but I'm gonna start promoting the stream. So, incidentally, the first order of business today. Oh, I should fire up SideQuest because why not? The first order of business today is actually to. Yeah, right. Okay. I'll tell a little story about. Wait, error. Sorry, hold on. The script's not the script's not running. Well, if I have to dev on this for a second, I'll switch over to screen cam. Oh, whoops. Although I have like a million things open in the background. I'll just ignore those for now. Unexpected or expected indented block. Why are you expecting an indented block here? Oh, yeah, that would be sensible. Oh, wait. Oh wow! Apparently, I just didn't finish this thought. This is something that I was working on. Did I do this on Wednesday? I think I did. On Wednesday last week, and apparently I just left the. Yeah, because I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I tried this before I actually, like I said, actually started telling people about the stream, because that'd be embarrassing. Okay, so oh man, it's entirely possible I should just deactivate epilogues because they're gonna crash today. I bet, or at least I wouldn't be surprised if they were. So else if schedule. So what is this part? This is the part where we're initiating a way mode, and so we're checking if epilogue text is if there is epilogue text. Epilogue text was the thing that we added on Wednesday. That basically now between events there can be like text that kind of like segues from one to the other. Um, uh, yeah, I call them epilogue text because they come after the outro text. Although all text is like all outro text is before the next intro text. It's the grand looping scheme of the way events play out in this game. But yeah, let's let's do what we're supposed to be doing here. We're basically yeah. I think we just want to do the same thing in both cases. Yeah, we just want to do the same thing in both cases. Because what we're doing here is we're checking if if there's one of these events in the schedule. The schedule is what controls what will occur throughout the game, and by switching away mode is we change up the timing of when event related things happen, and so when we do that, there's one of these events. Seriously, in the schedule, how many windows do I have this open in? What will occur throughout the game, and one second. I have this open in like every window. Oops. You guys don't want to see my email. Um, Sorry about that. I wonder how many other landmines I've set for myself today. Can you tell I'm out of the habit of streaming? Or I guess I just have to get my head back, get it in the game. All right. So now that I fixed that, let's run the script, right? And then it'll work, maybe. I actually, you know what I should do is I should test out epilogues. Hey, Trent Sterling. Spooky ghost version? Oh. Oh. Is it because I'm dead? It's because I died. Is that why I'm a ghost? I'm back from the dead. I'm arisen. Um, yeah. What am I doing today? Oh yeah, right. So, oh yeah. I'm specifically like right like there's a lot of stuff that's going on today. The thing that I want to do right now, real quick, is just to like reduce like if epilogues are gonna crash, I want them to crash right now instead of crashing later on when I'm in the middle of other stuff. So, to do that, I'll want to check because I know there's at least I think there's literally one event right now that has Oh. Okay. Well, the echo is dead too, so I think we're good to go at this point. Sorry about that. Um, uh, Maybe I should just leave those running and use like a one of those like vocal modulation things to make it even spookier. Just embrace it, like run with it, right? It could be my shtick. I could be the spooky streamer now. I don't know. Maybe in a different life. Where am I going? Yeah, I'm looking up which project right. So there's at least one event that has a epilogue. I think there's like, yeah, no, there's exactly one event. So who knows? The random system might. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stop the script. Sorry, I'm gonna stop the script now because I'm gonna restart it in a little bit. In just a moment, and I want. Oh, oops, that's not. Sorry, I wasn't planning on switching over to screen cam so fast. So I have a bunch of like loose ends that I have to wrap up. Uh, but first, let's do what? Go to our events folder and look up the name of the not raw events, excuse me. Where would it be? Events, yes. It's in Mirror Universe has the the Mirror Universe event itself has epilogues. All right, so I'm going to rig up the script to instead of like usually it just like chooses randomly for the first event. But I'm just going to make it so that the first event is Mirror Universe. We can see that the epilogues are or aren't working, and we can panic or rejoice depending on the outcome. All right, so where's it? So that's where we initialize the events, and then we just choose one randomly here. So instead of setting the next, the next event is also the first next event. So yes, I did that intentionally, transferring. Although I think I might have broken the I might have broken the trend with the 4-letter project abbreviations at some point. Did I? I don't know. I might have kept it going. It might be literally all of them. Uh, so yeah, SideQuest was you probably remember back when SideQuest was Journey or JRNE. What is the name here? The name here is Binary / because I wrote this quest. It's Binary / Mirror Universe, and it's in a folder called Mirror Universe. So it's Mirror Universe the folder, and then Mirror Universe the event itself, and then that's the name of it. And then so we'll comment out the thing that randomly picks events, and then so this will let us see if and how I've messed up the epilogue, and hopefully we can get that ironed out pretty fast. All right. Yeah. I don't know if the script has been down long enough necessarily, so I'll give it a moment more, I suppose. Let's reacquaint ourselves with this event. Okay, so I'm going to sabotage this event because we need it to fail. There are only epilogues for the 2 failure cases. So I'm going to enlist the help. Oh, hold on, wait. I'm going to switch over to Facecam for just a second because I'll be honest, I'm a mess right now. I have like a million things open. I don't remember which things should be open, which things shouldn't. Okay. Where am I going with this? I'm looking up. Right, the other. So I'm enlisting reinforcements for sabotaging this event to make sure that we get one of the outcomes with a whatever. So I'm just going to test that. Nope, I'm not logged in. That's what I was testing for. I'm just going to log in real quick. So how were you guys last week? How's everyone else's stuff and whatnot? Did you have a wonderful time doing what it is you did last week? Whatever that might be, whatever fun and interesting adventures that might entail. Yeah. Okay. I think it's probably been done long enough that I can rerun the script. And now that I've rerun the script, I can undo that hack that I just put in. I might have to redo it, but hopefully not. And then I'll also kick it into away mode, so that way the event will happen sooner. There's also like some stuff with epilogues that can like get messed up with away mode. I probably should test that stuff because I plan on using away mode. Like away mode, I call it away mode because I originally put in the mode so that the stream would be less boring if I had to step away from the camera for any particular reason. And that was at least the intended primary purpose. But I also use it a lot now for just showing people how the game works, because if I want it to just happen, like instead of like having to wait a long time. Hey, for example. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna contact, I guess. Lots of the contacts. Oh, I'm still in face cam, aren't I? Well, I'll just stay in face cam, probably, because, wow, look at all these people. Hey guys, how's it going? No, no, we can't succeed at this event. We have to fail. We have to fail. If you guys don't mind, because you guys also choose contact, we're trying to, for testing purposes, we're trying to sabotage this event. I mean, I guess like I don't literally have to be testing this right now. Like if someone would not mind literally changing their thing to contact, that would actually be really helpful. Because yeah, no, I actually didn't expect people to be participating yet. No, it's not too late. It's never too late, Trent Sterling. If you wouldn't mind changing your vote to contact, that would actually be really helpful. I mean, it will be too late once the event ends. Oh yeah, you can change it whenever you want. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I guess because like I was off all last week, I assumed like I would basically be starting from scratch, and that I would have to and then I would have like no viewers today. But hey, everybody, it is wonderful to see you. Sorry for sabotaging this event. It's for a good cause, though, right? It's either we sabotage the event or the event potentially sabotages the project. So it's like, yeah, we're good now. As long as it's 4-1, then we should be good to go. But when it was 2-3, I think that was actually in the success threshold rather than, but like 4-1. I think we got this. By which I mean we're going to. What's gonna happen? So yeah, one of the event that we'll get, the outcome that we'll get is your memories gradually fade as the dark creatures hiss and lash at you. I think is the outcome that we will get in just a moment when the event wraps up. And I guess I'll leave it in like, yeah, I guess I'll test away mode first. Yeah, I mean, like, epilogues interact strangely with away mode because of how away mode changes the timing of the events. But right, the other thing, or the reason I'm gonna stay in a no, you know what, I'll switch back to screen cam. At some point I want to like tidy up my monitor real quick, and to do that I have to close a bunch of these windows, and the reason those windows are open is because there we go. Yes. Wow, that event. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just because I haven't played the game in a while. I'm like, my recollection of the timing is slightly off. But yeah, so now what we should hey, congratulations to who is it that just leveled up? Sorry, that's really tiny text. I can't actually read it, but congratulations. All right. Within about 30 seconds from the end of the event is when we should be seeing the epilogue, if everything goes according to plan. Hey, did I level up? Oh no, Vinrybot leveled up. And, hey, look at that! That was the epilogue. Alright, so it didn't crash immediately, so that's good. I'm gonna call that good. Good enough, right? Good enough for now, at least. Alright, so yeah, so I apologize. I'm going to switch over to Facecam for just a second because basically on my monitor right now, I'm hitting submit, and that's it's not going to be the most interesting thing to watch. I apologize, but I'm keeping I'm keeping SideQuest in away mode, so we can play that in the meantime, and then we'll get to proper dev in just a moment. So where are my windows? Submit. I'm literally just click. I have like my browsers are full of like a million tabs with like a million forms open, and I'm just like tab submit, tab submit, tab submit. Oh, whoops. Oh, I'm also apparently doing a few captchas because why not? Give me a different one. That was a bad captcha. Uh, so, all right, that's most of it. Almost done. We're almost there. Like I said, I apologize, but I didn't expect so many people to show up so soon. So, you guys are wonderful, and I very much appreciate uh, your your arrival and also your your patience for just a moment more. Hey, all right, cool. So that is also all right. Yeah, so it seems to be working okay so far. Epilogues were not a huge feature. Like they weren't like crazy or like branching or like tangled in like a million different ways, but they were I don't know. I guess there was just enough there that something could go wrong. Something uh, could have or could still go wrong with them. Um, but apart from that, for that initial like oversight with the the what was it? I was missing a break in one of my conditionals. Other than that, it seems like seems like things are going all right. And then all right, this is the last submit button, and then we'll get to it like for real. This one is a public post, so I'm just gonna check that. Sorry, quick edit. I never get the formatting right the first time. But uh, edit formatting and all right, that's good. All right, now I'll be like an actual good streamer and stuff. Uh, so uh, let's get to it. Screen cam. Yeah. So, do you guys have like a strong preference as to what we do today? I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be coding today because like I was saying, I kind of want the game to remain mostly stable today, and coding is a really great way to destabilize the game. Uh, but like, yeah. So the things that I was thinking of working on today. Let's go to the backlog. Why not? Zero. Hey. And Jocko. Oh, sorry. I probably didn't say hi to you yet either. I just in chat. Um, um, so the things that I have, I think, on the top of the backlog right now are to write branching quests, and then so standard bearer is character art, and desert is environment art. So if you guys have a strong preference as to like which of these so like I guess it's basically like art or design today that I'll be working on. I'm probably going to gravitate towards one of these or bounce back and forth between the two maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Um, I'll probably start by writing branching quests because that's been like my MO for a little while now because it's probably like the oh yeah. Sorry. I guess I meant to say condolences, Jocko. Condolences on the tragic circumstances surrounding the current state as to whether you are living or not. Uh, okay. But the quests that we have here, these are all the one-offs from before the branching system, like the branching quest system was introduced. So I think there were a few more. I think like most of the ones that have been like separated out into like quest chains are they were the high priority ones, the ones that I didn't think had great standalone value. Um, I think there are still a few more, like the ogre cave. I don't know. That's kind of one that like it's a little out of the blue. I feel like yeah, maybe I'll do this one next. I know it was high on my list of the things. I think King Day and Ogre Cave were like the ones that I thought were the sorest thumbs, like the ones that stuck out the most. So I'll just start with Ogre Cave, I guess, because why not? Like I said, I'm I'm interested to hear what you guys were hoping to see today, because I don't know, I was just like, when I'm in one of those places where there are multiple things I could be working on, it's like, why not do what people find interesting, right? um, oh yeah, I have OBS open in the corner. Sorry, I can actually wait. Hold on, I'll get the camera lined up nicely, and I can make that go away. All right, so Ogre Cave. So far I've just been naming these like, because I like when I start these things I have no clue what they're going to be actually. So oops, yeah, I shouldn't copy, I should cut. So I don't want actually two versions of it. I put one there so I can just delete the other one. I mean, for some of these events I could hypothetically have like, uh, I mean, yeah. Well, so I hypothetically could have a quest. Like, I could use a quest multiple times in this game. Like, if I felt like it, I could have the same, like King Day, for example. Like, maybe there are different occasions on which you become king for the day, for whatever reason. And I don't think I would do that with like a one-off versus like a branching storyline. I think if anything, like that, like, well, for one thing, I shouldn't be so duplicative, probably, right? I mean, like, there's no particular reason, there's no advantage to using the exact same text. But like, if I was going to use a similar sort of event, I could put it into different like quest chains, because maybe like you happen past like a similar scenario, like via different like courses of your travel. So that yeah. Or anyways, so Ogre Cave. Let's start hacking at this. I'm just gonna close some of these other tabs. No, don't save. Nope. And then I have a bunch of website stuff open because I have like a website now. I mean, it's not an amazing website, but I needed a website, and now I have one. And although I'm not a web dev, it has to exist somehow, right? Uh, cool. uh, all right. Yeah, right. So Ogre Cave is very simple right now. It's also very unique. It's the only event where you kind of choose actions blindly. There's the actions you choose in this event are like part of ogre language, and so I don't know. I think it's funny, or it amuses me at least, but I don't actually want it to come up so often in rotation. I guess it's also event type 0, which is like the event type that I should be using the most sparingly. And I think I introduced another event type 0. Well, I don't know. There there aren't that many event type 0s, but even with the number that there are, I honestly wouldn't mind making it so that there are slightly fewer. Oh, actually, let's look at the balance. I now have a thing where when I fire up the script in the first place, it tells me how many events I have of each type. So I do have 3 event type 0. I have 8 event type 1, 7 and 6. So event types 2 and 3, I think, are still the goal, because these are actually unlike event type 0, I actually want a lot of event types 2 and 3. So event types 2 and 3 involve the most player agency. Like they're the ways that people most directly affect the outcome of the game, and so I like that feature. I like that the game can play that way. So in order for it to play that way, as much as I would like it to, I'll probably want to put in more of these events. So I guess so then the question is like, what courses of player agency could lead to an ogre cave? I guess so. Yeah. So what if oh, I mean the really obvious answer to a lot of these questions I ask myself are simply to like have a literal fork in the road. Like, you could go this way or you could go this other way. The awkward thing about that is that those event types are really like it's easy, right? It's a quick fix, right? It's a very simple question. But those event types are also like relatively I don't want to say hollow, but like I also kind of do. There's nothing beyond that to the event. So I think I'd actually prefer uh in general to come up with something a little more like that. I think it'll probably be along those lines, but let's think. Actually, I'll start. I'll just actually start a new file. So yeah, so it's either going to be event types 2 or 3. I'll say 2. Actually, 3 wouldn't be that bad. I'll say 2 for now, and then maybe I'll change it to 3. I actually don't know if the event's going to be multi or not, so I won't bother filling that in yet. So yeah, what is this event? So okay, so what leads to an ogre cave? So yeah, right. If you, like the first thing that came to mind was like the path less traveled or whatever. Sorry, I was just catching up on chat. Uh, uh, okay, so you're stumbling across the ogre cave, implying that you didn't necessarily expect it to be there. So I guess like the one choice that could lead to that is if you the gypsy caravan. Hey guys, welcome. I I was told it was coming, but I still a little overwhelmed that, that you're out here. It's just, I don't know, it's exciting. So, welcome, welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. And thank you, the Gypsy Knight. Thank you very much for hosting. I hope your stream went well. I was checking out the island game that you were making earlier, and it looked cool. I liked the direction it was going. So I hope that all went well. Right now we're making we're trying to figure out how to get to an ogre cave, sort of by accident. Yeah, any follower. Elite SCV, welcome. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. So like to get to an ogre cave by accident, you kind of have to like, yeah. So to make a decision to arrive at an ogre cave by accident, I think you kind of have to like choose, you have to choose like some unexplored lands, right? It has to be some place that you haven't been before. That choice alone, though, like I was saying before about like just simply like, do you go to the unexplored area or versus an explored area? Like, I think so. No, I think that's what I'd rather do. Sorry, Cheeseman Banda. Welcome. Thank you very much for following. I think what I'd rather do is have like some encounter of some sort that like handsome Herrick, thank you very much for following. Welcome. um, oh yeah. Oh, so the tabletop MMO. Yeah, that's what's SideQuest is what we sorry bartend. Sorry, I got your name halfway through saying it. Bartender, welcome. Thank you very much for following. SideQuest is this game that we see down here. It's also the game that I'm working on right now. So, yeah, it's Zorms, welcome. Thank you very much for following. I got confused for a second because it played the event sound right as it's the new follow sound. Right. So what Trusty Bard's talking about is actually yeah. So you could kind of think of Trusty Bard as like the he's not really the GM. Like technically, I don't know. You can think of Trusty Bard as like the GM basically. Cool Feather too. Welcome. Thank you for following. Yeah, right. So okay. So you can kind of probably tell by what people are doing in chat right now, how you play the game, and yeah. So it's let me know if you have questions about it because I'm happy to answer. I hopefully like most of how the game plays will be like I try to make it fairly straightforward just by so that new players would be able to pick it up. But if you do have any questions about it, please let me know. T Die, sorry for mispronouncing your name. T2C, welcome. Thank you very much for following. Welcome to the channel. Um, um, Core, thank you very much. Core donates $2 and says, "Donation, yay! Thanks for giving Gypsy the idea." Yeah, I just actually today's an interesting day because I just started actually like telling people about the project. So I hope to inspire people. Like that's it. It's actually I mean I it's one of those things where like cool, sure, you're welcome. I don't know. It feels strange to say you're welcome because I'm also like so thrilled by the whole the like everything that's happening with it. So thank you guys. And thank you, Core, very much because I very much appreciate your generosity. Um, so yeah, like as I was saying as I was welcoming new followers and stuff, it was occurring to me that like the event that kind of like oh so okay so one of the events that I put into the Path of Dragons is one where you encounter like a pack of wolves. And it occurred to me, like, I mean, in that case, like, that event is very much just about, like, dealing with the wolves themselves. But, what I could, what I could do with, what I could do with, oh my gosh, bartender! $10? Thank you. Thank you very much, bartender. Joke, Joke Henley, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I I was trying to say like I feel like I'm at that tipping point where I'm gonna lose control of my laughter and excuse me, but thank you guys very much. Bartender donated $10 and says Twitch needs more dev streamers, which is very true. I like. I'm glad you feel that way because I actually have started basically considering my yeah yeah sorry Alterius, yeah excuse me, you can pretty much donate for laughs if you want. um I've basically started considering my part-time job. Oh, sorry, I'll get back to game dev in just a second. But I've considered my like part-time job to be like game dev live streaming evangelist now. So I'm glad to hear there are other people that with that as well. Jokingly donated $2 and said to the Hadian camp, which is admittedly like part of why I could not stop laughing. Yeah, that's me, I guess. Is what I have to like rationalize in my head in order to stop laughing and then continue on the stream. I guess. But thank you guys very much. Thank you everyone for donating. All right, I can do this. I can dev. Um, um, oh, so the reason I mentioned wolves earlier is that so like what if like so the wolf event that I already wrote, like it doesn't end this way. Well, okay, so one of the outcomes of the wolf event, the other one is that like you accidentally like fall down a hill into a muddy river. But like yeah, I was just thinking like along the lines like if you Trent Sterling, thank you very much. Trent Sterling donates $2 and says, "Your laughter is contagious, and that's a great thing." Thank you. All right, that that makes me feel better for when I completely lose control of myself. So it'd be a huge time saver is if someday I learn how to like dev while laughing. That'd be really helpful, I bet. So I all right, I won't stifle laughter. I'll just work through it. So, what is what is something that you can encounter in the in the what is something that you might encounter? And sorry, the way I write these is I tend to ask myself a lot of rhetorical questions. So, I I hope that's yeah. I'm going to be asking myself a lot of rhetorical questions. Yeah. So right, actually, what I if I can avoid doing so, I will try because I imagine those are confusing when spoken directly. Handsome Harry, thank you so much for your generosity. Handsome Handsome Eric donates $2 and says, "Proceed with proceed with laughter." I will. All right, let's do that. Thank you guys very much for your generosity. I whew. If I laugh enough, like it literally gets to the point that I can feel like literal like muscle fatigue from like whatever muscles are involved. I'm not there yet, but oh yeah, breathing. That's important too. um, all right, so the event, the event that so yeah, so I'm wanting an encounter that will kind of like throw you maybe like okay, so what if there's an event that like threw you like off course from like maybe where you were expecting to go, and you don't necessarily need to be expecting to go anywhere per se, or like that doesn't necessarily have to be made clear. Sorry, that doesn't necessarily need to be made clear through the event, but like what like wolves were the right. So the reason I'd mentioned them before is because those were like the first sort of thing. Like if you see a pack of wolves, and that's not even exactly right though, because like I don't necessarily want it to be something that is like so overwhelming that you couldn't just avoid it. Because I think I want one of yeah. So, okay, so basically like an obstacle that you could either encounter or avoid, I guess. So yeah, like in order to avoid it though, you have to like go to like a maybe like a less well, like this is what might divert you onto an unknown path or like into. Hey, Darius, CXC. How's it going? Welcome. I I tend to get really overwhelmed when you show up, so I don't think I give very many opportunities to say thank you personally. But Darius, CXC, thank you very much for for what you've done for the channel. I really appreciate it, and that's actually true for Gypsy as well. You guys' support means a lot to me, so thank you very much. But excuse me. Uh, um, yeah. Okay. So like I said, I don't necessarily want to use something like wolves because wolves are too like uh, not necessarily dangerous, but like imposing. Like when you encounter wolves, like the intended or like I think the normal response is like to sorry. I think like the usual reaction is something along the lines of concern for your well-being or like for your potential safety. Um, I so rather than something like that, I guess I'd want to consider I do want to I guess like I mean I don't okay, so the other thing that occurred to me was like maybe like something more like arduous. You know what? I've been like staring at this for a little while, but I haven't gotten much written. So I should probably like not spend as much time analyzing and maybe spend a little more time writing. It's something that I occasionally forget to do. So let me fix that. Um so like around a corner around a bend in the road, you encounter what? You encounter something, and you so it looks like you could resolve the matter in some way. Uh, hmm. It looks like you could resolve the matter in some way. um, but like, I don't know, with some like arduousness. Uh, um, or what? Or oh, okay. Yeah. So if the like I was saying before, forks in the road. For one thing, like they don't have a lot of substance to them, but the other thing about them is that it doesn't really fit great with the with like the story of this game. The story of this game is like about a band of adventurers, right? And in order for it to work, the band of adventurers can't really split up, or at least I don't even want to go down that road. That's just not what the game's supposed to be about. So that's another thing that Forks in the Road present. It just occurred to me though, if failing to address like the major issue, yeah, okay, wait. So oh, I know. Right. So you could stay on the path. So it looks like you could. So you could stay on the path. You could stay on the path if you could probably continue across. Oh, or continue onwards if you do something. Like there's some action that you can take to continue on your course. Um, uh, or you could or you could hack a oh, I used hack before, so I might not want to use that. So like cut a path through the thicker brush around. I still don't know what the actual obstacle is, so I can't really resolve this 100%. But if so, um, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And actually, so bartender, the I tried to be fair in the I tried to be fair in the the wolf event. It's not like you just like see wolves and then immediately like start wolf murdering or anything like that. It's like I actually we looked online for like what are the advice, like what advice do you actually get, or what like what are you actually supposed to do when you encounter a wolf, and if if you don't want things to go south or if you don't want things to go poorly. uh okay, so uh what is this encountering? I like the things that have been like flitting through my mind and that I've been like not going for. Oh, where am I from? I'm from New England. It's in like the northeast of the United States. If you're not familiar with the area, and so the things that were flitting through my mind here pertain to yes, that is true. Cool feather. This is SideQuest. SideQuest right here. You encounter well, yeah, so I was thinking like a bridge. Like maybe you have to fix a bridge, right? Because that's something that like if you don't do it, you are not going to get past. I guess I've used some of these before because like the other thing would be like a boulder. Like there's a boulder in your path, right? But we already have an event for that too. I don't want to just like lean too heavily on boulders, uh, although they're actually good for that. Um, no, sorry. Uh, so, uh, yeah, I mean, I guess like it wouldn't be the worst thing if eventually I will reach a point where I have to uh, use similar themes. Like there's I don't like I don't feel like I'm necessarily at the point where I have to yet, but like they're going to be repeated themes in this game at some point. So I might just go with it for now. Because like for one thing, I can always come back and edit these things later, and also, I mean, the major goal here is to like really like beef up this library. So you encounter around a bend in the road. So it can be like a broken stair, I guess. That's at least slightly different, right? You encounter so around the bend of the road. The path turns uh, upward. The path turns up a badly broken stairway. Uh, you could probably continue onwards uh, if you stack uh, the larger stones uh, into the missing into the gaping uh, uh, into the gaps. Yeah. Or you could uh, so you could probably continue onwards if you stack the larger stones into the gap. Uh, if you cut if you instead cut through the uh, cut through the brush. Uh, uh, you might avoid the hazard altogether. Okay. That took longer to write than I had hoped for, but whatever. Uh, so I could put in a fake option. I have been putting in so few fake options that maybe I'll have to come back. Like if I really want to support that feature, I might have to come back later and and like do a pass on fake options because like they're just getting so infrequent that it's probably like more strange than anything when they do show up. Uh, it's like in the back of my mind, but all right. If this is event type 2, then you can actually fail. But what happens if you fail? I guess you could just head back the way you came. um, so uh, the the stair the stairway or so so the neutral outcome in this event type is when like kind of the focus is like split. So I guess so yeah, so we can assume in this case that like each option was chosen at least once. So and specifically like the options were chosen like almost equally. So I guess we'll say uh, the brush uh, was thicker than it looked uh, uh, or something. The the staircase. So I guess like the first half of the stairway uh, looks better, but you still can't reach the top. All right. So the first outcome is the successful outcome in repairing the staircase. Uh, so that would be. I mean, this is like yeah, like I said, this is like a branching course. So the um, the there there would very sensibly like have there'd be something at the top of the staircase, right? I like my first goal is to just justify uh, the ogre cave. So I think I won't put that in yet. Maybe I'll double back and hook that up shortly thereafter. So um, then oh yeah. So wait, I think chat answered your question, Bachman. But yeah, chat is or the game is playing here and now. Um, so yeah, if so, anyone who's never played SideQuest before, Trusty Bard in chat is our like GM. You can kind of think of Trusty Bard as the GM. He's I think of him as like the storyteller because I kind of get to tell him what to do. So, but yeah, if you pay attention to what Trusty Bard's saying in chat and like the cues on screen, then SideQuest is fully playable right now, and it'll be even more playable because we're still working on it and we're adding stuff to it. We're doing a lot of content stuff now. So, um, did you level up, Lauren? Is is that what happened? I one of the other things on my backlog right now is to make more character art. So I'll I'll probably have to get to that soon. Um, so what happens if so yeah so the outcome for the stairwell is probably going to be a little bit generic at this point. It's going to be something to the extent of uh Snivyasti. Yeah, there's a in the info section of my channel. There's a little description of like what SideQuest is. I think does it link to the if I go to twitch.tv/binry, is the I meant to if I haven't done it yet, I meant to put a link in the SideQuest image. There's a page that has like a much bigger description of it too. Oh yeah, here it is. So if you click on SideQuest, yeah, oops, oh. Yeah, there's a big description for anyone who's interested in like getting like the full story sort of thing. Uh, so yeah, the top of the staircase outcome is going to be fairly generic to begin with. It'll basically just be uh, so you with a lot of heavy lifting, you restore uh, the stone steps uh, to I guess just a relative state of repair. I was trying to think of something like a little more clever than that, but I can like I said, when I have the story that actually happens here, I'll probably want to get a little more descriptive. Uh, yeah, I was thinking of submitting this to the Overwolf challenge, but I don't know. It's not specifically for that. At least, well, because yeah, I mean, there's some things that I think I would probably have to do for SideQuest that I probably do plan on doing at some point for SideQuest, but I haven't. I don't know if I necessarily want to do them now. I think like the things that I want to do for this project are in a different sort of way. So like yeah, I was thinking like I could try and apply it to the overall challenge, but it would involve going in a direction that I don't necessarily want to go right now. So maybe someday. Actually, Lauren, I mentioned this the other day. I mentioned this just in passing the other day in a completely other conversation because it's something that I've been thinking about for a while. But one of my or not necessarily one of my goals for the game, but one of the things that I've been thinking of is that this game would work like right now. It just runs locally on my machine, and I feel like it would like for like some of the more long-term goals of the project. I feel like it would run better, or like it would just be really convenient to have it like running on web instead. And the thing about that is that I like know nothing about web. So I don't know if at some point like in the ephemeral future or like an unspecified time in the future, you might be interested in like working on like a project like SideQuest, specifically like I don't know. I don't even know what's involved with like putting a project like this on the web. So I don't know what sort of work that would entail. But if it's the sort of work that you'd be interested in, I don't know. It's something that I've been thinking about for a while, so I figured I might as well mention it, right? Just in case you're interested. But yeah, I'll this guy here. Yeah, that's how I know that I'm staying in contact with the server. So, oh yeah, okay. So the outcome, right? So you can fix the staircase, and then the other outcome is that you can like cut a path through. Oh, yeah, brush. Uh, yeah. So wait, it probably shouldn't be brush. It should be like if you cut if you cut through some tangled growth, tangled vegetation, uh, the vines, I guess. Uh, no, I'll just say foliage. The foliage is thicker than it looks. Sure. I try not to get too specific for uh um huh. All right. Yeah, I should. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I figured Lauren, you'd be the right person to talk to because you'd probably at least know like what are the actual steps that I'm looking for for like what I actually want to do for the project. But so with a lot of heavy lifting, you restore the steps to a relative state of repair, and then you clear a or yeah, so you clear a so you manage uh, a path through the overgrowth uh, uh, with a yeah, no, wait, no, so into uh, a or so you manage to path through the overgrowth down to whatever. I don't, I was gonna try and be like elaborate there, but I think for now I really don't need to be. I think actually I should prioritize a little more forward progress on this chain, and so I guess this is just like broken stair. I'll call this. I'll call this event. And oh yeah, right. So I have to. Well, I have to choose whether it's multi, and I'm thinking not. I mean, it could be. Nah. Event type 2 multi. I don't tend to like that. It's like it's a little devious of me to introduce those event types. Um, huh. Well, I guess it's a good thing I chose Python for this project. Okay. Right. So okay. So this event I think is just going to link directly to the Ogre Cave, uh, which I think is just called Ogre Cave. Yeah. All right. And then actually that's like about as much context as I really kind of thought Ogre Cave needed, or that's just like about how much context I felt like giving it. So that actually might be fine. Maybe I will explain what's at the top of the staircase. I mean, I guess I don't even really have to though. Maybe I'll just leave it like this. I think this is good because like going on a path less traveled. I guess that's kind of like when you would hit an event type 0. Like event type 0 is supposed to represent like unpredictability and like who knows what will happen sort of situation. But yeah, I think this will be good. Sure, fine. So what I'm gonna jump back to the the pool of one-off events, the ones that don't have any particular, you know, the ones that are just like isolated incidents. And King Day was, yeah, that was the other one that I think could really use it. I mean, like there are a lot that I want to like. I think there are plenty that I want to expand. Like I would enjoy expanding, and I think would represent like an interesting opportunity for storytelling. But the ones that I'm doing first are the ones that are like the ones that have, I guess, higher necessity of context for context. So maybe it's just King Day. Malady kind of. I mean, Malady's kind of okay as it is. Uh, all right, I'll do King Day first. And I might do something similar as I did to Ogre Cave with King Day, because it just needs like. Oops, I did not mean to put that there. I think I copied again too. I didn't cut. All right. Oh no, I did cut. I did remember to cut it this time. All right. Sorry. Whoops, no. I've done this before. Sorry, I can do it again. King Day. All right, so what we have with King Day is about as it sounds. The king is indisposed, and you must wear the crown for the day. You're king for a day, and you can just like do whatever, basically. Uh, and so, uh, oh, sorry. What? Let me just catch up on chat real quick. Something to consider is using the bot that tells. Oh, I use. Oh, in the Trusty Bar channel. Yeah, actually, I was actually planning on using other channels like Once Upon a Time. The thing about that is that they're not accessible on mobile. So I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess like I could still use an alternate channel for like ancillary features like a stats call, but yeah, no, that's reasonable. Um, I if you're ever curious about your stats though, they just show up on screen. So I don't know. They already live somewhere. So I'm not like desperate to find more places to put them necessarily, I guess. Uh, Fun fact: that event that just played out was our first ever user submitted event. I set up a form whereby if anyone wants to write events themselves, they can, and that was Protospasm as our author for that. I like how poetic it is. It's that's like I don't know. You might have noticed there's like a tonal difference in the writing, and Protospasm is much better with words than that. um, um, King Day. You guys are really good adventurers, right? You're just top-notch adventurers, and the court knows that. The royal court knows that. And so when the king, is busy with other things, the kingdom is just like, "Oh, we'll get those adventurers that are really good. They're so good at like moving boulders and rebuilding staircases that we why not, right?" Um, so uh, the oh, so yeah, so sorry, just to touch on the point one more time. The reason I'm not eager to use the other chat channel, originally, literally the entire game played in another channel, and so the reason I've veered very far away from that, such to not use alternate chat channels at all, is that you can't play that on mobile. The game would just be like, there's any feature I put in another chat channel is a feature that is inaccessible to mobile. And so I'm not eager to do these things because why would I make the game only good for some players when instead I could just work on making the game good for players, right? So that's why I don't use another chat channel, and why I really don't intend to. Like maybe like 10 years from now, no. But like there are so many things that I could do for the game that are enjoyable by players, so I'm gonna do those. That's my goal. Batuhan, hey, how's it going? Welcome. um, so, I don't know. Maybe it's fine. I mean, this event is so ridiculous that maybe it's fine. that, maybe it's fine that there's actually just no context ever for this event. It just it happens sometimes. Sometimes you're king for the day. That's all. Uh, if I was gonna expand this, which direction would I go? My first thought was to do something like with Ogre Cave and just put like an event that comes before it, so that when it occurs, like there's at least like something to it that makes a little bit of sense. But I don't know. I think that actually like fights against it. So maybe, I mean, if I felt like it, I could I could use it as like a starting point. Uh, yeah, maybe I'll use it as a starting point for like uh other events. Like what happens if you erect a statue? What happens if you declare a national holiday? That sort of thing. Uh, maybe. I don't know if this is like very necessary though. I kind of want to do it though. Like I was saying, like this event needs something. Um, uh, so all right. so, I mean, if I'm gonna make outcomes here, I'll probably want to. I was thinking I want to do like one for each, right? So yeah, I'll just start with whichever. If you build a statue of yourself. Oh, all right. I might change what the outcome is exactly because your giant stone visage stares across the fiefdom. Kind of a bold move for a one day king to to build a statue. Um, uh, um, sorry. I don't necessarily want like these. I don't necessarily want like the follow up event to be like bad per se, but oh, I can tell you about my experience at PAX very succinctly, because they were on film. Oh yeah. So you'll notice in the name of this in this video, there's a warning for language because the video contains stronger language than I tend to use on my stream. So for regular viewers, I just put in that caveat. But yeah, that was the panel the link that I just posted is a link to the panel that we hosted at PAX East over the weekend, and I think it went all right. I'm happy with the outcome. Like I'd never hosted a panel before, and you can tell that. You can tell that I'm like really nervous, and like I accidentally like slapped the microphone, and a few of the things I say came out a little mumbly. So sorry about that, but overall, I was pleased. I thought it went well. Um, and I I'll let me think. I'll think of what are the other highlights of PAX and if I can I'll try to think of what are the best anecdotes to share. Um, Actually, when I start on art stuff, I'll talk more about PAX. 'Cause when I'm working on art stuff, it doesn't use like the language centers of my brain, so I am more able to like talk about off topic stuff. Um, so I could do that stuff now. I could shift gears, work on some character art. I always got to be making character art, right? Because Lauren is always right around the corner. um, yeah, I'll start on that unless anyone. Okay. Oh yeah, these are these are the credit slides that we put together. If you look in the video, I'm such a nerd. I actually updated the character portraits to the shirt that I was wearing that day. Actually, all the panelists. That's true for all the the panelist size. Um, yeah, PAX is always good. It's I've been to PAX East literally every year that they since they've started having it since they've started having PAX Easts. I've never been to like PAX Prime, but there's a there's where's he going with this? Oh, yeah, Journey Doll. The Owl was the most recent edition. Uh, yeah, yeah. I tend to do like when I go to PAX, I tend to do like I should set up my tablet as well, right? Because it's hard to draw with a mouse. It's a lot easier to draw with with one of these guys here. All right. So, oops, excuse me. Doop-a-doop. Oh, I went to a panel on Twitch, or a panel like it was like a town hall get thing, I guess, that they hosted. Hey, congratulations, uh, Alias Studio. Congratulations on leveling up. The the Twitch panel was pretty cool because after the panel, the hosts like it was Blacklight Attack, DJ Wheat, and I'm blanking on the other names, but I actually got a chance to chat with them after the panel, which was pretty cool because I don't know, there were like so many questions. I assumed like that I didn't think they were going to take the time to literally answer like everybody's questions, but they did, and that was nice. They seemed like really cool people, like in real life. So that was neat. Um, the there like the panel itself was really interesting too. The just for like hearing what other people think about. I mean, like there's like literally no mention of game dev apart from the fact that I kept asking about it. There was one other person that like was asking about like creative stuff, which was I don't know. I also find that stuff really interesting because I mean like I don't know, like the creative channels and the game dev channels, like there's something there's a common thread there, right? It's like a very different sort of streaming. The creative channels, the music channels, the are there others? The game dev channels. I don't know, it's like it's something else, and it's something that I find really interesting personally. So what is this layer 27? There's nothing on layer 27. Wait, no, there's something on it. The scepter. Wait, so what is it? Hands 2.5. Oh, I just have two of those. Wait. Oh, and neither of them are relevant because the character actually doesn't have anything in their hands in this outfit. All right. Okay, so the next character art that I want to make is what? It is a standard bearer. I've been calling it. At least that's the task that I have in my backlog. Excuse me. I don't know exactly what that means. I have a helmet that I drew a long time ago that I guess I could use at this point. I don't know if I necessarily want to go like yeah, it's a metal helmet. I don't know if I necessarily want to go for like full plate metal armor yet, especially because we were just the brigand, and the brigand is kind of armored a little bit. Uh, huh. Maybe the standard bearer isn't the right next one to do because the I don't know, like if like the directions that I would go with the standard bearer like are oh man, if I lived down the street from actually that's sorry, the reason I go to PAX East like every year is because I've basically lived down the street from PAX East is why why I go so much. But yeah, so the two directions that I might go with the standard bearer are either a little more armored or a little more formal. And this might actually be like the worst possible time to do that because we just did the brigand, which was a little bit armored, and the cook or whatever you want to call it, which is a little more formal. So uh, I'm using Trello to keep track of my stuff, and it's really great so far. I've had like it's really convenient because this is literally all I do with like my backlog is I just like I add cards, I add like a thing, and then I take that thing and I move it into different columns, and you can do that so easily in Trello. So it's free and stuff. So as far as I can tell, there's like basically no downside to it. It's like they have like decent apps for like mobile too. So like when I'm on my tablet, I can use it as easily, and then the web interface is really very straightforward. So it's cool. You know where I live now? Oh yeah, because I live down the street from PAX. Yep. I live on 2 PAX Avenue, not 1 PAX Avenue. That's where PAX is held. um, um, so if it wasn't going to be a standard bearer, I could work on environment art. Environment art is something that I haven't touched in a long time, and there's no real urgency to it, which I think is why it's kind of like not gotten as much attention. But it is something that I want to come back to at some point. So I don't think I'm gonna do it right now though. Maybe I'll just hmm. Well, so with the standard bearer or whatever character art in mind, I think I will continue with the with the quests for now, and then I'll I hmm. Yeah, the standard bearer. I know it's something that I want to do, and I know it's something that I want to do soon, but it hadn't occurred to me that this might not be the correct juncture for it. So, if not, I'll either have to uh, come up with like a twist on it so that it would work now, or uh, just do something in between. Right? There's no reason I can just save it for later. Uh, so, oh yeah, yeah. So I'm thinking. Uh, so what if you're king for a day and something goes terribly wrong? Yeah, right. Okay, because actually, I could make a series of like this event doesn't just have to be like your kingliness. Like you could be king for like or you could be king for a day, which could be represented in more than one event. So like in the next event, you're still king, right? Hey, hey, Mizama, how's it going? Yeah, I posted a link to the PAX video because I'm not ashamed of it. I know I wasn't. I know I'm not an experienced host, but whatever. I could be someday because now I have some practice. um, yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking like with the King Day arc, like I don't know. I was thinking like maybe things would go terribly. Like so, no matter what you, like there would be some crisis during your King Day, right? Um, so I don't know. I guess it's a little weird to. Oh no! You know what I could do is like I don't need to write a separate event for like each of these things. Like the King Day could start off like this, and then regardless of the outcome, you could end up with like another event. So like, what if ah is this really urgent though? Like the reason I wanted to expand King Day was for greater context. I don't know if this is necessarily maybe man, I've been focusing on the events that I feel like need some extra context, but maybe I should be working on the ones that would like lend themselves better to more context. I certainly worked faster when I was working on those things. Uh, thanks to Muzama. Well, yeah, like I said, there's video evidence of the PAX panel, so if anyone's curious, you can go check it out there. Um, hey, Amuse, do you know what negging is? Negging? Are you familiar with the term negging? I feel like you are. I feel like you're intimately acquainted with that term. But that's neither here nor there. All right. So if I wasn't gonna hit the those one offs. Oh, so like I mean one of the so like the case of arson was a case where I don't know. I felt like there was like more opportunity for storytelling here, and the reason I haven't pursued this further yet is because I was thinking there were other events that needed it more. So, all right. So what if King Day is actually fine how it is? Maybe what if it doesn't need extra help? Like, is there another one that does more so? I like Malady was also on the list of like of events to fix up or change or expand in some way. Ghosts. Ghost was on the list not because it needed it. Actually, it was just because it was like so ripe for it. I guess. No, you know what? I think these are fine. Like there were events that I think needed it like more so, like Dragon Hall and Mirror Universe kind of. No, like Dragon Hall and like what else? Doomsday. Like those ones really needed it. I think I've actually gotten to the point where like I could do more stuff with some of these other one-offs, but they're really not urgent. So what did I do with Pirate Ship? Oh, I didn't do anything with Pirate Ship. So actually, oh, did I just moved it out and then did nothing with it? Hmm. Maybe we'll do that one and then call it okay. Cause yeah, Pirate Ship. This one might fit into the category of the ones that actually like rather need it, and uh, that might not be a bad idea. So let's let's uh let's check that out. I think like my goal here was or is now to uh have justify this somehow. Like if you're in a cave and you find a pirate ship. Oh yeah, I think I was talking about adding in like an event to precede this event where you find the pirate ship, right? Because you clearly have a pirate ship. So uh huh. Yeah, let's find a pirate ship, I guess. Let's do that first. No saving changes to King Day. New. Uh, you only have zero experience because you just leveled up core. You don't literally have zero experience. I mean, you're not level zero, so could be worse, right? Um, all right. So what? Why do you find a pirate ship, or do you just find a pirate ship? It might just still be that you find a pirate ship. So like, what if? Okay, so like you find a pirate ship. Right, that's pretty straightforward. Um, so what do you do when you find a pirate ship? I guess you can uh, you find an abandoned pirate ship. An abandoned pirate ship grounded on uh, the the shore of a I'm gonna look up a word because I don't know if the word that I'm thinking of means what I think it means. So I'm gonna look up the definition of tributary. Uh, yeah. All right. Yes, that is actually what it is. On the shore of a tributary. I guess I don't have to call it that. Like I didn't know what that word was, so maybe I shouldn't be using it. Uh, yeah, it was really weird last week not streaming because I I hey Sweet Towie, how's it going? Welcome. Experience you get by participating in events primarily. So here I'll activate away mode for just a moment. That way in the very near future an event will occur. Trusty Bard will tell the story. Trusty Bard will fill you in on how the story goes, and then yep, there it goes. Okay. So you find an abandoned pirate ship. Oh, sorry. I'm so what I'm talking about now doesn't. I'm working on the same game that is playing out right now, but I'm working on a different part of the game. So what I'm saying doesn't have to do with specifically the event that's occurring right now. You find an abandoned pirate ship grounded on the shore of a tributary. Do you what? Yeah. So it'll be a small tributary. I guess you can huh. What event type is pirate ship? Pirate ship's event type 4, so I don't know, probably like event type 2 or 3. Event type 5 I think is another one. If I recall correctly, there aren't that many event types 5, so there's 7. So like that's another thing that I'll want to be doing at some point, but I don't then like now is not the right time to be doing that. I really want more event types too. So, huh? Okay. So yeah, I mean the other thing that we wrote was an event type too. So I mean similar. Yeah, I actually started promoting my channel today. So welcome all new viewers. Sorry, that shrug was not to imply indifference. It was just it was in fact to imply difference because I I I don't know. I'm not like good at promotion. I'm like I don't know. I'm a dev. I don't think about stuff like marketing and like stuff like that. But all right. So yeah, you can the so the ship might be seaworthy. Is that one word? Maybe apparently. Okay. With bit of repair. Repair. Uh, I guess I mean, I think the alternative is basically just like strip it for parts. I guess. But uh, huh. But hey, congratulations, everyone who leveled up from the event. Sorry, just out of the corner of my eye, I was seeing little flashing lights. So, yay! So, the ship might be seaworthy with a bit of repair. Um, right. I was trying to think of like, is there something specifically about the ship? Like I could uh, like the easy one is like if you'd if you, or if you're more no wait yeah no so the easy one would be like otherwise the raw material otherwise some of the raw materials could uh, prove useful later for landlubbers. Uh, um, so this event is multi. Oh yeah, wait. Oh, huh. I did. I wrote the sentence in such a way that there's actually no there's no good action word. There's no good action term, or there's no word to make the action tag. So I should probably rewrite that. But so repair versus uh, so if you strip the raw materials, if you strip, or otherwise if you otherwise sorry, if you strip the raw materials, some could prove useful later for landlubbers. Sorry. Uh, define landlubber. Yeah, alright. That's what I thought. So, uh, the possible outcomes here. Right. So this is event type 2, because the possible outcomes are here. There's the neutral outcome wherein some people are trying to repair it and other people are stripping it for raw materials. um, which is kind of a funny idea. I'm just trying to think of basically what like these event types or this particular outcome for these event types. The whole purpose of them is to explain why things didn't go quite as well. And this is I don't know. This is just one of the situations where the adventurers are literally working against themselves. So, um, sorry, I moved my monitor earlier, setting up my tablet, but since I'm not using it, I'm just gonna shift that back slightly. Sorry, just 1 second. All right. The tough thing about actually, yeah, the one thing I'm trying to think of when writing this is how to write it from like a neutral perspective, because like some people will be responsible for the reason that the ship is not seaworthy, and others will be a bit dismayed by this news. So, uh, uh, um, so the repairs, the broken uh, the broken beams, or the patches and repairs, whatever, should hold. Unfortunately, you're missing. You're now missing some key parts. Whatevs. And then, so the outcome where you repair the ship is what is going to lead into the pirate ship having a pirate ship. So happens when you repair one. Gypsy Knight, hey, yeah, thanks for thank you again very much for hosting. And I probably I like that you stream right before I do, because that way, before, like in my mornings, I can watch some entertaining dev, and then and then later go live myself. So yeah. So, oh yeah, hot tip for anyone who likes game dev streams. Gypsy Knight, also top notch streamer, and his schedule is earlier than mine. So if I'm not online, maybe he is. Yeah. All right. So, you repaired a pirate ship. I could probably introduce the pirate talk at this point. That was basically why I wrote this event in the first place, was just so I could use pirate talk, like hoist the mizzen, batten the hatches. So I guess ahoy is the obvious first one, right? Do I use ahoy? Oh, I do. Yeah. I could just always use it. If you succeed at an event that's pirate related, then the outcome starts with ahoy. This seems like something Trusty Bard might do. The Gypsy Knight's a good-looking guy. um, so, uh, yeah. So sure. So ahoy, you shove off aboard the. Oh yeah, how are pirate ships named? Because they're not like, they wouldn't be named like the HMS, right? No, because that'd be for like the Royal Fleet. Uh, uh, so what's the name for a pirate ship? You shove off aboard the or just like, how do you describe a pirate ship? Like the fearsome, or the the huh. What's the other outcome? Oh, the other outcome is that you strip for raw materials. So there's probably not going to be anything there. Like that event, that's basically the way that you can opt out of the event and just treat it as like a one-off. So, I might use it as another opportunity for pirate talk. Because even if you Pirate supplies is what I'm searching for on Google. Uh, no, what I'm actually wondering is like, what did pirates keep aboard their ships? Um, excuse me. How do you involve pirates in your lore without having a healthy dose of pirate talk? I actually have very little idea of what pirates actually did, except like drink rum and wear eye patches, and then use those like telescope things to like look out for. I don't know. Maybe they actually weren't looking for anything. Maybe they were just admiring the view. I have no idea. Um, I guess I don't have to go like very factual with this. I could just go with like I can make up with these pirates too. Um, so links don't actually show up in chat. Amuse me, but I can see links. So the so you find a oh uh, you find a rusty saber. That probably won't be the whole outcome, but it just amuses me that one of the outcomes is that your vessel cuts through the waves like a rusty saber, and the other is that you find a literal rusty saber. Uh, uh, sure. Ahoy! You shove off aboard. Uh, the you shove off on. I'll say you shove off on the uh, uh, maiden voyage. That means the first one, right? Like the I don't know if that's gonna work. Yeah, the first one. Okay. Uh, the newly uh, uh, re, rechristened vessel, I guess. Whatevs. Sure. Okay, so save this as a like broken ship, I guess. And this one links to pirate ship. Cool. Doop doop. And then oh yeah, right. So this is not multi. Actually, I'm gonna let this one be multi. uh, is that mean? No, I think that's fine. If you feel like repairing and stripping it for raw materials at the same time, then that's fine. Oh, I did say raw materials, so it doesn't uh so you collect some handy metal bolts and find a rusty saber, I guess. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Do I need a like? Is that enough context for the pirate ship? I feel like it might not be a bad idea to also. Oops, I didn't mean to actually close Notepad. It might not be a bad idea to actually land the ship somewhere. Um, like if in the case that you, I mean, if I felt like it, I could make it so that like there's like a negative sailing experience that happens if in the case of not success, and then there's a positive sailing experience that happens when you. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't think. All right, so I did event type 2 leading in, and then event type 4 on the boat, and then what? So I could like give a prize, like maybe if you, hey, uh, maybe if, oh yeah, yeah. Yes, that is a real thing that exists. Thank you for asking, Amuse. Am I? Yeah, the link to uh, the quest template is here. Wait, what? It is here. Short URL. Uh, Copy that. Yeah. Bam. Yeah, so if anyone felt like writing an event, then you're welcome to as well, and it could get featured in the game. um, so, your pirate ship drifts on Arceus. Right, so this is this is the original pirate ship event, and I guess like yeah, I could make I can make a I'm gonna make like a prize event that happens if you if you make it to the like if you successfully repair and sail the pirate ship. I'm gonna say oh wait a second. Did I hold on wait I just something just occurred to me. The ogre cave. I did not make the ogre cave a non-starter. So let me just check these out again real quick. Right. Okay, so yeah, Ogre Cave is not supposed to be a starter anymore. So, right. Yeah, because the other thing is Pirate Ship is not supposed to be a starter now either. So, save both of those to be as such. And then, so the new one is also going to be a non-starter. It's probably going to be like event type. I think event types 1 and 3 or 5? Nah, I guess like no, I guess 5 is fine too. Yeah, 5 is fine as well. Because it's impossible to fully fail 5. It's impossible to fully fail event types 1, 3, or 5. So for prize events, by prize event I mean it's worth an extra point. So I could do event type 5. And I think that might be actually kind of sensible because the event that I was kind of thinking of, like the prize event, I think was going to be like booty. iPatch Gamer. Sorry, I couldn't read your name for a second there. But welcome to the channel. Thank you for following. Um, so, all right. Yeah, event type 5 it denotes delimited resources. It's a situation wherein like there's something to be had, or there are multiple things to be had, but either one can only be chosen to such an extent, or else diminishing returns. I mean, nothing particularly negative happens, but it's like the lack of a positive outcome, I guess. Okay, so this could be multi. Yeah, maybe it'll be multi too, because I think multi actually makes event types 5 easier. I don't know, it's hard to say. But that should be fine. Maybe, I don't know. The, so you how do you find like booty? I think it might just be like huh. Uh, it'll probably be like wherever you land. Like you land the ship because for the sake of storytelling, I feel like after you're on the ship, you should not be on the ship anymore. I mean you're right for like 99% of the events in this game do not take place on a pirate ship, so I might as well explain how you got off, or like that you got off, or just set up the events in such a way that you don't expect to continue to be on the pirate ship necessarily. So we go with so yeah right. So your ship touches ground on oh wait, no, ships don't actually do that. You don't touch ground. You just like park them a distance out. So like so you drop anchor. Uh, uh, so upon reaching strange and distant. I wanted to call these. I want to call your destination distant, but it's not distant from. Excuse me. Don't mind me. I'm just falling over. It's not distant from where you started. It's distant from or it's not distant from where you are. It's distant from where you started. So strange, I guess, but I don't know. There's probably a word for that. I just don't. Uh, uh, some whatever. Yeah. So upon reaching an uncharted shore, how's that? You drop anchor and ferry to land. I'm pretty sure is how ships work. The Oh, yeah, now I feel bad because like I was gonna set up this event, so you could just like take stuff, but that's not necessarily a great message. Like you just go places and just take stuff. If you go places that you haven't been before, you might not want to just take stuff because that's not necessarily polite to, you know, whatever residents might be, uh, in that area. So, uh, uh, what's another? I mean, this tends to be this tends to be the event type that deals with material possessions because material possessions tend to be of like a limited quantity. But like I guess hypothetically there could be other things of a limited quantity, right? Like well actually in the event that just played out in chat, the affliction. Uh, oh, sorry by the way, Lauren. If I had been paying attention, I would have helped out with that one. Um, that one deals with like the time of an individual as a limited commodity because that's yeah I mean like that's how people's time works. We don't have all the time in the world. I, I might just make it like booty, like pirate booty. I could oh maybe it's like very clearly pirate booty. uh, uh, you you find the wreckage of another. Oh yeah, no, it's fine that there's wreckage. There's ship wreckage, right? Because these were difficult seas, and you just navigated difficult seas, and you just did it very well. So it would make sense that like there'd be wreckage because not everyone is going to manage the seas very well. So you find the wreckage of another vessel. Uh, Littered with uh, I I'm having like a very like strong feeling of like morality pertaining to this event because like I was thinking like oh but it's pirated gold so like that's fine but that's not necessarily fine. That just means that it's taken from someone else. Um, huh. Maybe I should not be worrying as much about that. I actually feel this way sometimes about the treasure the treasure event that is in the game already. There's like a one-off event where you find the Hall of Treasures, I think I tend to call it, and whenever it comes up, I'm like, that's a little sketchy. Like the way I set up the event, like it's not necessarily clear that you should necessarily be taking that stuff. Uh, whatever. Uh, you drop anchor and ferry to land. You find the wreckage of another vessel, littered with. It's like I was trying to think, like, is there something that, like, it's better that you take it, right? Like, is there something for which you know, you're not doing any service by not taking it. You're doing it a disservice by like not taking it. The only thing that like came to mind was like uh, food. I'm not like hungry right now, but I don't know. For some reason, food just comes to mind. Just in that, like, food is like something that like can spoil. But this is not like the right setting we're in for that to happen. I could use that at some other time though. There could be an event type 5 where you have to eat all the food because otherwise it will go bad. Not exactly a thrilling event, but uh, oh wow. I'm sorry to hear about your sister, Jocko. I'm glad to hear that she's doing well though. Um, or that she made it home safe. Um, the uh all right, whatever. So it's just gonna be littered with like with pirate gold. Is that a real thing? Is like pirate gold a real thing? I wonder if I feel like it should be. Yeah, look at that. That's some pirate gold. I don't know. I just felt like googling it. No particular reason. Pirate. Uh, wait? I think this. I'm basically like remaking Treasure Hall because So it's like it's gold and then it's what else? Uh, the original. So treasure. All right. Yeah, no, this is distinct enough. I just didn't want it to be like literally the same thing. All right, littered with pirate gold uh, and precious gems, I guess. Uh, gems with a G is how you spell gems. Uh, oh, okay. So if you don't retrieve it, it might just get washed out to sea. That's my moral justification for for that. So there's no fake option, because that'd be somewhat rude. Uh, oh, what if I put multiple? If I put in a third, no, if I put in a third possible action to this event, I think that actually makes event type 5 more difficult. I think it's actually easier to succeed at event type 5 when there are fewer options. So, is that true? I think that wasn't necessarily always the case, but I think I like rebalanced the events at one point so that that became the case. Um, so so I'll probably leave this just as two options. And it would be really easy to put in another one if I felt like it. So the outcome, there is a neutral outcome because you can technically fail. Oh no. There's a neutral outcome, which is the ideal case. Yeah. So you rescue. Yeah. Okay. So you rescue the from their salty. No, from their sandy tombs. Maybe someday you'll find their rightful owners. There we go. My conscience is absolved for the Bengalinksy. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. um, Okay, yeah, you can be GM, Jacko. Uh, all right, so you rescue the treasures from the Sandy teams. So what happens if too many people choose gold and not enough people choose gems? Then I mean this. Okay, so I guess this is where it's like very similar to uh, to treasure. So I'll just get more creative. So once all the uh, the gold coins. Uh, so you you scoop up uh, all the coins in the sand. Then uh, uh, once all the coins are scooped up, you use uh, fist-sized diamond uh, to dig uh, around the the area. Uh, there could be more underground, or there could be more buried. Uh, right. Uh, don't mind the fist-sized diamond. There could be gold in this sand. Um, so then the outcome when you take all the gems and you ignore the gold. Uh, uh, I don't know. I mean, it's basically the same thing. It's basically like the same outcome, except so you um uh you you pick up the rocks but leave all the sand. Oh, they're not coins. They're not specifically coins. I was gonna say sand dollars because I don't know. I like puns. Oh, thank you, Mizuma. I'll go. I'll check that out in just a second. Jocko asked to be GM, so I will crown Jocko. Firstly, wait. Oh wait, I forget. It's been a while since I used my secret control panel. I forgot how to use it. No, I used that text field and then hit create event, and yeah, there we go. All right. I remember how to play this game. All right, so side quest responses. So all right, here we go. Oh yeah, there's one awkward thing about. I use Google Forms because it's really convenient. But the thing I've noticed about Google Forms is that they introduce like these awful characters that like break everything, and I actually don't even know what that's about. But I don't know. We'll we'll see how this goes. Um, Actually, yeah, I might just retype it because that's like the thing that does tend to work. So I should probably I should probably do so. All right, wait. So let's see. I'll. All right. So right. So new. File save as. Actually, I won't save it yet. I'll save it after once it's done because I don't want to accidentally save bad data into the directory where important stuff lives. So yeah, for starters, I'll just use Notepad to like look at the text. I know this is like really unimpressive technology right here, but I'm going to. Oh yeah, wait, what was the? It was vote. Okay, it's vote, which is oh cool, event type 2. We need more of this. It's vote. It was multi, right? There's multi. Yeah. So multi, and then